There were probably pictures hanging here before. Either they were destroyed in the fire, or were taken down to be restored. What's a tea room without a teapot? This one's being used as a flower pot. The plinth is probably marble. Horse breeding was once a big thing here. The sculpture probably originates from that period. Amazing. The new tiles look as old as the old ones. Why this debris was brought into the main hall of the castle and not taken outside will remain an eternal mystery to me. The upper floor is a heap of rubble. The entire hall is one big construction site. There's only one other door in the passage, and it's locked. Strange, none of the keys fit. An extension cable, about 8 meters long. That's Greg. He watches Steve while he works. Steve, the more industrious of the two workers. I'd really like to know why he's drilling holes in my castle. Hey, Steve.
Yeah?
Why are you drilling holes into the castle?
Oh, it's simple. The foundation walls are full of water from extinguishing the fire. They sucked it up like a sponge. If we don't get the moisture out of the walls, then the whole castle will start to go moldy.
And the water just runs out of the holes? I can't believe that.
Of course not. I'm drilling the holes for these cartridges. There's liquid in them, which crystallizes in the wall and binds the water.
Oh, right. Do you work for free?
No, sir. But unlike Greg, I believe you've got enough money. You have, haven't you?
I own a castle, don't I?
Oh, of course. I was just saying. I mean, you hear all the stories nowadays about poor nobility, and the castle ain't exactly in tip-top condition.
I'm sorting it out. Hi, Greg.
Hey, Adrian. What's up? Have you sorted out the finances?
No, not yet.
You know where you can find me.
That one room on the upper corridor is locked.
Miss Antolini's room? Yep, she always locked it. She was scared we'd pay her a visit in the night.
How come I, as Lord of the Manor, don't have a key for it?
She probably took it with her.
Can you open the door for me?
Why? The room has already been completely renovated. I'm sure Miss Antolini will turn up in the next couple of days. Or send the key back.
And if she doesn't?
I could always break it down for you.
Thanks a lot. Where's this Miss Antolini got to, anyway? She wasn't even at the funeral.
What do I know? Probably back in the convent. Ask the priest. They're both back to the same team.
And you were asked to renovate the castle by her?
Correct. Headhunted us. We were working for old Murray before, for a pittance. We get twice as much here.
Okay, and where did she get the money from?
From Lady Victoria. It was her castle, after all.
How come Miss Antolini organized the construction guys and managed all this restoration work if Victoria didn't speak a word with her? It's a mystery to me anyway, how they manage their money. There's only £100 in the family bank account. Wait a minute, maybe she only had part of it in the bank. Old people like to keep their money at home, underneath cushions or in the mattress. But don't old castles have treasure vaults too? Pile of gold and gems down in the dungeons, usually with a fire-breathing dragon as its guardian.
Hey, what's up?
What? I was just thinking about your pay.
Huh. Well, I hope something comes of it. I don't want to work for Murray again.
The medical equipment in Victoria's room, is it gonna be picked up at some point?
I suppose so. I bet they aren't cheap. I'm sure the diocese will come to them.
You haven't happened to find a treasure vault here in the castle, have you?
Would we still be here?
Forget I asked. If I don't pay Greg, he won't work. It's good at least one of them is working. There's probably a mini bar hidden in there, but I'm not interested in that right now.
Dr. Jones's chambers.
Hello, Dr. Jones? Adrian Gordon here.
Wow, Mr. Gordon. What's the score?
Dr. Jones, you know much about English inheritance law?
Well, yeah, about as much as a boxer knows about synchronized swimming.
So, not at all.
And that's making a favorable comparison. Are you having problems regarding the inheritance? I could ask around for you.
Don't worry. I'll ask the notary. He's bound to know. About the bail...
Ah, I'd wanted to call you about that. Sorry, it slipped my mind. A certain Charles Murray from Willow Creek has deposited the bail with the court. Do you know this man?
Only too well. But I wanted to tell you I'd already found that out myself.
Is he a friend of yours? That's good. Very good, in fact. The more supporters you have, the better. That always goes down well with the judge. People with friends and advocates. Terrific. Keep it up.
Yeah. Goodbye, Dr. Jones.
Seconds away. Next round, Mr. Gordon. Yes?
Is this Mr. Dukes? Notary for inheritance law and whatnot?
Absolutely correct. And you are?
Gordon. Adrian Gordon.
Ah, Mr. Gordon, my condolences once again for the loss of your great-grandmother.
Thanks.
I'm assuming you still have a few questions concerning the reading of the will yesterday?
Mr. Dukes, can you tell me again what exactly is included in my inheritance?
Well, Mr. Gordon, you're the last descendant of the Gordon lineage and inherit the Black Mirror Castle estate and the one in Wales, a few hundred acres of woodland, as well as the assets in the family bank account amounting to £100, with all privileges and responsibilities.
What responsibilities?
The proper management of the woodland, adherence to hunting regulations, maintenance of the property and the garden. Sale is explicitly prohibited. At most, you can hand it over to the church. Nothing outstanding, no debts. Not a bad inheritance at all, don't you think?
I've found bank statements from the Gordon account.
And is something wrong?
No, but I've noticed that every 3 months, a substantial amount of money is paid into it.
There could be many reasons for that. It's not illegal, and also nothing unusual, if you ask me.
Could it be that the Gordons have been saving their money elsewhere, not just in the bank?
Everything's possible, but it's not mentioned in the will, and I don't know of any other evidence of a secret fortune. But of course, you could cut open the mattresses and see. They now belong to you.
I'll be in touch, Mr. Dukes.
Of course, Mr. Gordon.
Books about horses, horse breeding, hunting dogs, polo, and so on. The Gordons' hobbies. I'll put in a computer here. Stories, adventures, and fairy tales. Dickens, Defoe, Anderson, Jules Verne. These are probably the most up-to-date books in this library. I'd love to have a little bit of a rest. All of the books here have Latin titles. Doesn't mean a thing to me. No, I really don't feel like speaking to anyone from the village at the moment. I think this is one of the stand-in stones Victoria mentioned. They should point to the entrance, but where and how? An empty envelope with the Vatican crest on it. According to the postmark, it was sent 2 weeks ago. Hello, Father.
Welcome back, Adrian.
I'm the last Gordon. Sounds like the last Mohican. What does that actually mean to me?
My son, you don't have to remain the last one. It's up to you whether it's the end of your lineage or a new start.
So, if I should decide to become a Catholic priest, then it would pretty much be the end.
You can still think about it. Your inheritance isn't just of a spiritual kind, it's also material. There's also the Black Mirror estate to manage. Presumably also the one in Wales. A huge responsibility, but also a huge gift.
And what about your church? It was built by Marcus Gordon, so it must belong to me now, too?
The gift isn't that huge. Marcus Gordon built it, but he was also a loyal son of the church, and always gave everything back that he got from it. Warm Hill Church belongs to itself, and, of course, the people here.
Miss Antolini, Victoria's nurse, what do you know about her?
She was sent by the diocese. They have very well-trained nursing staff, competent and trustworthy.
You didn't know her personally?
I know the manageress of the diocese, Mrs. Puft. She's the wife of the brother of the mayoress, Mrs. Puft, her sister-in-law.
Yeah, but you've never met Miss Antolini.
I saw her a couple of times when I visited Lady Victoria. Made a nice impression.
Thanks for the help.
May the Lord be with you.
As if the chaos of books wasn't enough, all the drawers have been pulled out just in case. Someone doesn't seem to have understood what a bookshelf is for. Bibles and religious texts. Some of the editions look damn valuable. Good that the fire didn't spread through here. The Encyclopedia Britannica, in at least 3 editions. Will there ever be a bigger reference book? All of the candles are burned right down. Whatever, I wasn't planning on lighting them anyway. An old mural. Looks like the Last Supper. Shakespeare dramas, Shakespeare tragedies, Shakespeare comedies. This will be the shelf for my comic collection. In the corner, there's a richly ornamented mighty column. The weight of the castle rests on it. In the corner, there's a richly ornamented mighty column. The weight of the castle rests on it. My family tree. That's the only part of the library that was damaged by the fire, fortunately. Huh. Why should the cellar light in Blackmare Castle work? The castle's almost completely burned down. No wonder it's so filthy everywhere. Quick setting foam, industrial quality, particularly suited to damp areas. Ugh. It's as gloomy here as in Mordred's poor soul. I'm not going any further. I'm sure Victoria wouldn't have hidden her money in the cellar. An empty pot. I'm guessing the guys here have heated up their lunch in it. I have no idea what I could do with a pot at the moment. I think I'll leave it here. The left wing of the castle is really collapsed now. Construction foam. Needs moisture to harden. An extension cable, about 8 meters long. Hello, Madam Fortuna.
Adrian, I knew you would call again.
Who else could it be?
Pick a card.
Stop.
Ah, we have the Emperor.
Yeah, on the line. But it was in all the papers, too, so...
What? No, the card, Adrian, the Emperor card. You're gaining in external power and strength. You have a strong will. And I see death.
Again.
A bear will follow you at every turn and devour you.
At every turn. What the...
Adrian, you can defeat the bear.
How can I defeat the bear?
Clear the way for the bear. Then he will let you live.
The way for the... yeah. Thanks. What a load of crap. A massive block of stone with a secret compartment, but there's nothing in it. I'd already discovered it before the castle fire. A mattress seems to be a bit too unusual to serve as a hiding place for the Gordons. is locked. This is Victoria's jewelry. Rings, necklaces, and earrings. The bucket is half full of a white salt, probably for when it's icy. I think this is one of the stand-in stones Victoria mentioned. They should point to the entrance, but where and how? Welcome to the jungle. Half of it is dried out, and the other half is rotten. It's very unusual to put carpet down in a greenhouse. The gaps between the tiles haven't been cemented. The tiles here have only been placed loosely next to each other. The tiles here have just been placed loosely on there. There's a trap door underneath them. So where does that lead to? Far down, in any case. It looks like an old well shaft. There's a case on a sort of ledge. Who put that there? That must have been one hell of a rake. Now it's just a long wooden stick. The bottom part is broken off.